One of the things that we're seeing a lot at the moment is investors coming from North America, whether that's the USA or Canada, and wanting to invest in real estate structures in the UK and Europe. Often, we will see that these structures originate either in Delaware or Cayman and then come down, often into Luxembourg or Jersey, before going into substructures in local jurisdictions. Often, that will be the Netherlands or Germany and France and Spain, or it may be coming through Jersey into Ireland or the UK. And we see a lot of these structures coming in parallel and working together across the different Ocorian jurisdictions. We're able to make that as easy as possible for our clients. We're able to do this through a number of ways in terms of having a single team, single points of contact, single contractual relationship and framework, really to draw out those efficiencies. Wherever possible, we will also use main centralized accounting teams, for example, to deal with the financial reporting for our clients and with the jurisdictional specifics that are really required. One of the ways that we do this really effectively is through the relationships that the teams have between each other. And I've been delighted to work with Roel and his team recently for a Canadian pension fund where they're coming down and investing through various jurisdictions before they get into their Dutch assets. Roel, I wonder whether you can talk to us about that briefly.
Yeah, sure, Nick. One of the elements our client found very important was the interaction between the jurisdiction involved. In this particular case, it was the UK and Luxembourg, and now setting up the structure in the Netherlands as well. What we see as our responsibility also, because we are also a managing director of the SPV, is our role together with the asset manager and the property manager. Because in a lot of cases in the past, I've seen that not working very appropriately. But it's important for the client that every party which brings to the table their specific expertise, that they also communicate and work together in a very efficient way to put the client in the center and to take care of the client's needs and requirements in the several jurisdictions we operate.
One of the core ways that these structures can be set up efficiently is by using a single administration team. Now, I know from my own experiences in the past that appointing one firm in different jurisdictions doesn't always mean that you're going to get one approach. One of the things that we work very hard on is making sure that where a client has a contractual relationship with Ocorian, there's a degree of consistency. There's consistency in the output, there's consistency in the interaction, and there's consistency in the way that we will take data from the property managers, utilize it in our systems, and provide things like financial reporting to our clients. We have found that working together and communicating in an open and transparent manner really makes these structures very, very efficient and effective. And again, I think there are great examples of where particular offices, often Jersey, UK, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Germany, and so on, will come together and work highly efficiently on structures. And again, I think, Roel, you've seen this in some of the structures that you're operating, where the teams are working, whilst they're in different jurisdictions, almost as if they're one team.
Yeah, that's correct. We also see that expertise being gathered in one jurisdiction within our organization, the team in another jurisdiction can benefit from them at the moment they come on board, so that we don't start from scratch in that new jurisdiction, but that we can build on the relationship and the experience we have done over the past few years in working with this particular client, which is very helpful, very beneficial, and it is a smooth operation from working from one jurisdiction to the other.
And I think we also noticed that because we have people within the Ocorian organization who specialize purely in real estate structures, they understand what's likely to happen. They know the process and they've been through these structures before, and that enables us to help our clients forward planning. It enables us to see where the peaks in work may come and to resource that accordingly. And all of that, working closely with our clients, enables us to streamline things and reduce the pressures on any of the teams. And really, a lot of our client relationships do back this up. The fact that we have had a number of our real estate client relationships now, some of them for over 20 years, is testament to the fact that the knowledge within the teams and the effectiveness of running these structures is very, very strong. Traditionally, a lot of real estate investment has been working on quite slow moving data. However, what we have seen over the last 5+ years is that more investors require more specific reporting in a more granular manner. They want it more frequently and they want it more quickly than they previously had. One of the ways that we are reacting to this is to utilize technology in as much of the process as we possibly can. What we often see is that we will take an automated data feed from property managers, we will pull that into our systems, and we will utilize that to provide the specific reporting for our clients and their investors. That means that we can put that data into the different SPV management accounts or into the reporting frameworks, enabling our clients and the sponsors of the structure to provide their investors with data in a near real-time basis. That is the sort of way that data hasn't been used in real estate for quite some time. In addition to that standard financial reporting data, we're also seeing more and more requirement for things like ESG data and energy performance data and the whole framework that sits around our client's investment structure. Again, we're able to do this across jurisdictions by utilizing the technology at our disposal. Often this sits around eFront as a core platform for us, but with other platforms sitting around this, enabling us to maximize the data that is available to us and use a single piece of data in as many ways as we possibly can. This avoids rekeying of data, it avoids transposition errors, it avoids data having to come out of one system and go into another. That overall creates a much more reliable, much more streamlined, and much more efficient process.
Yeah, Nick, not much more to add from my side in that perspective. Over the past few years, it has been very important. Data has been very important. Using data for multi-purposes, not only internally for reporting to the clients, but also continue to comply with regulatory requirements, audit requirements, as I said, reporting requirements. So if data is captured in our systems in an appropriate way, we can assure an effective way of communication and using that data for multiple purposes.
Well, I think we have to start that with our people. And the fact that the Ocorian teams do specialize in real estate structures, and there's a real depth of understanding, and people like myself who are chartered surveyors and have run structures working within the Ocorian organization. And we have built a lot of our real estate solutions around those experiences and around those team members.
Yeah, that's correct, Nick. It's all about mentality and of course about experience and having the relevant knowledge on these kind of structures. And it's about a will do and can do mentality. We recently onboarded a very big client of Ocorian with several structures in several jurisdictions. We onboarded them in the Netherlands as well. During the migration process, we also needed to perform a vendor due diligence procedure, preparing some of the SPVs for a sale. So we needed to do a lot of things in a very short period of time. But with the support of our colleagues also in other jurisdictions, we were able to get that over the line, migrating the companies into our systems and arranging for completion of audit procedures and then the due diligence elements. This all has been done in a very short period of time with a satisfied client at the end.